Hello, everybody. Welcome to Life Coaches, Why Life Coaches Paint. My name is Whitney Freya. And I want to point out to you all joining me live, if you're watching the replay, thank you for doing so. But if you're joining live, just notice when you move your cursor that you'll see the chat option, the little chat bubble. And you can go over here and type any questions that you have, comments. I love to make these gatherings interactive. And if you are joining me for the replay, then you can always email me, connect@whitneyfreya.com. So first of all, let me just make sure it looks like there's a little hesitation. Can you all hear me okay? Just type yes in the chat to make sure that you can hear me and see me okay. It's cloudy here. There's new snow on the mountains here in Northeast Oregon, so the internet may be being a little funky. So I wanted to start with kind of a morning meditation. And I have one of my favorite books that I go to. It's called the Radiance Sutras. And I asked for a meditation, something to share with you all this morning. I take it as a great honor to be able to share this time and space with you. We are going to explore, and I'm going to give you insight into the process that I use, a coaching process using the blank canvas and paint. Show you some pretty pictures and examples, and then also show you how my Creatively Fit coaching certification can pay for itself and result in you liberating many creative souls from within the limitations of I can't even draw a straight line, or I'm not creative. So to begin with, I want to share this meditation, and I want to invite you to really participate in this. So for example, the first sentence is find something so enchanting to behold. So what I want to invite you to do is look around your space wherever you are right now, or you can bring something to mind that you really love. Maybe it's a flower or a space on this beautiful planet, a landscape, a view. You could look around. There could be something really special in your home that you love. What just caught my eye is a stone angel that I carved years ago. It's the only stone carving I've ever done, but that might be an example, okay? And then I'm gonna pause and really allow you to experience this Radiance Sutra for yourself, and you'll understand why once I read it. Classic, I just asked for one to share with you and flipped through the pages and opened up to this one, so enjoy. So just take some deep breaths. And if you just joined, I'm about to read a Radiance Sutra just to begin our time together, and I'm inviting you to actually pick something to focus on for this. And when I pause and there's moments of silence, just allow yourself to experience these words and this energy. Find something so enchanting to behold that you are transfixed, ravished. Allow yourself to be captivated. Gaze upon its form with eyes of wonder. Attend to details. This shape, texture, these colors. How can something so beautiful possibly exist? With a steady gaze, melt into the field of space, embracing that form. With a steady gaze, melt into the field of space, embracing that form. At once, be at one with the Creator who is looking through your eyes, loving creation. We are here to live as life artists, to appreciate each moment, each object or color or view that captivates us, that captures our attention. It's really easy right now in this life to rush past those things. And one of the greatest benefits that I personally have received from my own personal painting practice is a level of presence and this energy of gratitude, of wonder that you can connect to when you look at life, in your life, and you as part of the divine creation. I think the greatest reward that I get from the work I do as a creatively fit coach is creating space for you to open up and remember that life is meant to be appreciated and soaked in, that we're meant to feel ravished by the beauty and the colors and the texture. And when you go to the canvas, it can be like going to church, going to the temple, meditating. It's not that the final product of the painting is it. It is what happens as you attune yourself to this new creative frequency that's coming through me and my creatively fit coaches and so many other people in this kind of intuitive life art world. The painting practice is powerful energy work. And as a life coach, a business coach, a healer, however that's manifested for you, whether you are a nurse or doctor in a hospital, or you are a massage therapist or a Reiki master or a yoga teacher, you are a healer. And what we're ultimately here to heal ourselves and the world is from this imbalance, the logical, rational, ego-centered, fear-based mind that we have allowed to dominate over the last, couple thousand years, in order that right now we could remember that, like, the portal to living life to its fullest, its most authentic, in the most joy, with the most courage and compassion and love and alignment, is through bringing in the intuitive, the creative, the magic, the inexplainable, the faith, the trust, the feeling of interconnection, of beauty, of slowing down, of taking time to appreciate the ups and the downs, the contrasts, the lights and the darks of this life in a physical body on this gorgeous planet Earth. This is why I bring people to the canvas. This is why painting is such a powerful modality. It's almost inexplicable to me still, 22 years later. I just got a text from the friend who some of you may have seen holding up her yes painting with this amazing look on her face. She had never painted before, and she cannot get enough of it right now. She feels liberated, and this whole new level of creative confidence that's helping her in other areas of her life. Just recently, another dear friend who is also a creatively fit coach, when I first met her, I suggested her painting a symbol that I gave to her intuitively, and I can't paint. I can't draw. She just spoke on stage alongside Julia Cameron and Flora Bowley at the Creative Reboot in Santa Fe and led painting workshops, and was told she's a shaman, she's a walking master, and was told that her art, it's through her art and sharing and teaching this, that she is going to heal people. This is a magical realm. And since you are attracted to the art and the painting and the creativity, what I know is you and I are part of the same tribe, the Rainbow Warriors, who are here to help people wake up to the true nature of our creative spirit so that we can vision into the future reality that we want to experience on this planet Earth, and then create it into being. And the canvas just makes this process visible, because what you do is you take the desires in your heart, you take the objects, the symbols, the images that are resonating with you and attracting your eye because they have a message for you, and you create the energy you want, the reality you want, into being at the canvas, where there is no end to what you could create at that canvas. So as a coaching tool, this process is incredibly transformative. So I'm going to share my screen, and I've got some slides that I want to share with you so that you can see examples of this process. Okay, so I want to also mention that my new book, Rise Above, Free Your Mind, One Brushstroke at a Time, has been out about a year. It is a completely magical book. I know some of you on here and watching the replay have it already. I highly recommend getting it. The painting practice that I'm alluding to here, that I can't possibly, explain the whole thing, is all in that book. Also celebrating, actually, where this photo of me was taken, my first course on Daily Om. Daily Om's first ever painting meditation course is live on dailyom.com. So I highly recommend that. It's so exciting to watch the world wake up. 22 years ago, I was having a totally different conversation with people. And so many people are aware of the power of creativity and of this painting practice. So those are some fabulous resources for you. Like I mentioned, I believe part of the game of hide and seek that we're playing down here in this physical reality is we start off in this achievement mode. You have to perform and get good grades in order to get the pat on the back. You're given lots of advice and education about how to fit in to this world and what the right answer is, and that there are wrong answers. And the truth, what we're ultimately looking for, is the reality where we remember that you are both the art and the artist, that life is about learning and creating. And what I know for sure is that as long as humanity has this predominant story that I'm not creative, I can't even draw a straight line, that creativity is something that only some people inherit, that it's just about creating art that would be purchased, that the art only has value if money can be exchanged for it, that is so old paradigm and three-dimensional, and it's so much more multidimensional than that. So I want to take you into this painting practice and show you how we begin all of the paintings in the way that I teach in the Creatively Fit Coaching certification and my one-on-one coaching. Starting at the canvas is the most fun and the easiest part. We call it the first layer. And it is in this layer that you set your intentions, that you focus on the energy, the feeling, the experience that you want to create into your reality. The words, numbers, if you're into numerology, symbols, colors, just the energy of play, of joy, of spontaneity, of presence. So all the first layers start like this. These are two examples of creatively fit coaches, Colleen Talbot, who's in Australia, and Nadia Munarolo Curiata, who's in Canada, as they began their yes paintings, where we painted the word yes to create that energy of yes, whatever is in your heart right now that is calling to you, that you would long to experience, the universe is saying yes. So they painted into these canvases what they want to say yes to. And it's playful and it's fun. And I have seen people that have spent decades wishing they could paint, wishing they could draw, wishing that their inner artist, wild woman, would come out, and it all comes out within minutes of this first layer. So this is where the energy comes in. And not only in the process of creating the painting are we spending our time focusing our powerful imagination on what we want, right? Which contrasts all the worry and the stress, which is allowing our internal paintbrush, that is our imagination, to imagine what we don't want. We are bathing ourselves in the energy of possibility. And then when you go to hang the artwork in your home, it's not just as adornment or decoration. It is an ongoing source of energy that is radiating the positive, creative reality that you chose to create at that canvas, right? So it changes the energetic landscape of your space, which is really exciting. And as a coach, as a healer, when you guide your clients into a space where they're creating their own art, and maybe they pick a space in their home to paint the paintings that energetically are going to radiate what they want and put it in their space, it can change everything. It feels like magic. It is pretty incredible. So the next, once you finish this first layer, the final kind of image that comes through can happen two different ways. The image of the goddess, the owl goddess flying on the left, is an example of an intuitive painting that I did, where my whole intention was just I created that first layer. You can see some of the drips and spills, and I just painted. And I remember rotating the canvas, and I was intentionally just wanting to receive whatever came through. And I turned the canvas from horizontal to vertical, and all of a sudden it was like, boom, this flying, soaring goddess appeared, and the owl on her shoulder just appeared, and I just brought them into being. And as I painted them, I was given guidance, or I unleashed this guidance from within. And if you look down in the very bottom right corner of the painting, you see those little houses on the hill. And what I was shown is that I had a choice of perspective, that I could choose to look at life, my life, from the perspective down in the itty bitty little houses, kind of the 3D, or I could rise above, this is way before Rise Above even came out or was in process, and look at life from this expansive perspective, and look how big she is, and powerful and strong and radiant and protected and guided she is. And I chose that. And she hangs in my bedroom right next to my bed as a constant reminder that I can choose to look at life from this higher perspective that is so much more in union with what is coming, not just what is happening, with the light and the energy and the divine, rather than just the to-do list and the day-to-day. I got so much wisdom from that painting. So that's an example of the canvas letting me know what it wanted to become, and the messages that came from that. On the right is one of many, many, many Buddhas that I have painted. I have a Paint Buddha online program. And this is an example of, after you do that first layer, and you can see even the writing in that first layer and the stencils and everything. After the first layer, I knew I was going to paint a Buddha, because painting the energy that comes with painting Buddha is so just calming and centering and peaceful. And it was the first time, my first Buddha that I painted was the first time I so viscerally felt how significant what I painted at the canvas was, how it was alive, how it changed the whole experience at the canvas. So, you know, if a client of yours is just, you know, frantic and, you know, life is so busy and you just feel like they've got this like Tasmanian devil energy, you may prescribe painting a Buddha. And the Creatively Fit coaches have access to all my online programs to use through an affiliate program. So you could have a whole coaching training around presence and meditation, and the Paint Buddha program can be a part of that. So you've got a whole library of resources to use to hit the ground running, so to speak, with this practice. These other examples, these are both in my book, Rise Above, big full page, 2-page spreads. Each chapter in Rise Above is a different energy or feeling. So if you want to feel, experience, radiate more self-love, more freedom, intuition, peace, joy, spaciousness, you go to that chapter to read the teachings, and then there's an animal totem and a meditation that embodies that energy. And the whale is the animal totem that I received for the energy of peace, because water is the emotional realm. And just imagine when you're going through challenging times and you're feeling emotional and sad and up and down, riding the roller coaster, bursting into tears. It's like you're in a really rough, tumultuous, stormy ocean with huge waves crashing and currents and, you know, just all of that. I know you all can connect to that feeling. But then imagine yourself as a huge blue whale. Can you feel like how big and just like so effortlessly swimming through those turbulent waters? Like the turbulence does not affect that big blue whale. And so that is the feeling of peace amidst the turmoil. And then on the right is one of my favorite yantras to work with, a symbol that's used like a mantra to bring yourself present. I have them all in my hair right now, is the feather. And the feather creates the energy, bathes you in the energy of a lightness of being. A lightness of being. No matter what is going on in your life right now, there is an option, a choice that you can choose, where you choose to surrender to the experience, to understand, to choose to believe that somehow this is here to love you, and to approach it with a lightness of being. And often that can be the quickest way out, is to just surrender to it. So the feather is a powerful symbol to paint to help someone to lighten up, to approach life without taking it so seriously. And I highly recommend painting feathers and surrounding yourself with feathers. So I want to make your left brains happy too. The left brain is a powerful ally. It's simply not meant to steer the ship, right? And so I want to show you how, as a creatively fit coach, you can earn the money back from your investment, how you can serve and share and inspire others. This also, the workshop challenge is part of the ongoing training that we offer, and it's brand new. We just started it this fall, but even after this 10-month certification, you have options to join other ongoing trainings. And this one was inspired by one of the coaches, Nadia Munarella-Kuriata, up in Canada, because she spent a year or two resisting, not believing that she had everything it took to create a workshop, to lead a workshop, and then she did, and she's rocking it. Like, she leads the most amazing workshops and loves it. And so she and I are collaborating to share this workshop challenge. And coming up, just as an example of all the newness that is always rolling out with this program, because I'm so inspired by my creatively fit coaches. I just love them to pieces. They are my soul sisters, my tribe, and it helps me as I grow and create my business to understand that together we are so much more. And as I increase my platform, it increases theirs as well. And so as part of this upcoming training, everyone in the program will lead in their own, communities, a Rise Above Painting meditation workshop. And I give them everything they need. And you earn money from that. You don't pay me anything. And we are also going to be promoting that on my website. And for all the current coaches, the 280 plus that are all around the world, they will have the option to lead Rise Above Painting meditation workshops, and we will have those all on my website. So it's like, are you ready to rise above this month? Check out all the workshops happening around the world by creatively fit coaches. So we're going to help with the marketing as well. These images are examples of workshops I've just taught in the last 12 months or maybe even 8 months, to show you the different kinds of spaces. The one on the left is in Seattle, in a community center. There were no tables and chairs, so we brought drop cloths and people brought yoga mats, and we painted the big kind of life-size yoga mat size angel wings, and that's a Rise Above Painting meditation workshop. And then on the right is in California. When I teach workshops, I travel to where my coaches are, or, like we're always collaborating. And Erna Van Dyke lives down in Southern California, and we teach here at the studio. And there were like 4 coaches in there, and actually a woman who's joining the coaching training now. After this workshop, she put her house for sale, moved to a part of the country she'd wanted to live in, and is opening a creative arts healing center as we speak. So I think one of the greatest joys that I know you share with whatever you do is being able to witness the remembering and the creative confidence that comes from this practice. So let me show you some numbers here. So these are 2 different kind of pathways that people can use, one or both, but just as an example of how you can grow your coaching business. The first one is to teach these Rise Above workshops. I have for years erred on the side of helping people tailor the workshop that wants to come through. And then there's another option, like how easy can we make it, of teaching a Rise Above Painting workshop, and I give you everything you need to set that up and market it and teach it. And the pricing, so the pricing is such that you take home $100 per student. Any studio rental or supply fees you add on top of that. So with an average class size of 8, your total profit for each workshop is $800. And then studies show that when you teach, there on average 20% of the people will want to go further with you, right? The painting practice, the experience that you offer will stimulate. It's like, ooh, this is something I can do, right? Not just reading, talking, something I can do that I can learn. And I get, because people intuitively get this, that the painting is going to help them. So they want to work with you more to help develop their personal painting practice. So if 2 people on average participate in what you have to offer further, and say it's $500, a $500 package, then that's $1,000. So that's $1,800 that you've earned from one workshop. Okay, so that's a workshop example. Another example on the right-hand side, and if you are a coach that already has clients, or if you live somewhere that is super small, we still will encourage you in the training to teach a workshop, but you can also use, like I mentioned, all my existing online programs as content for your own coaching practices. So for example, Vision Quest and Super Soul Flow are my 2 signature programs that, I would want everyone in the world to take, because I know it's such a powerful experience, and it's what you participate in the Creatively Fit coaching. So those, to the general public without any one-on-one coaching, are $399 each. And when you choose to use, let's just say, Vision Quest, you want to lead a Vision Quest group coaching experience. You're doing all the coaching. I'm letting them into the online classroom, so you don't have to create any of that. You earn 50% of that $399. you can also use the $399, include that in a larger coaching package. So say you're going to offer one-on-one coaching with it, the group coaching, maybe even an in-person or some other sort of bonus. You could charge $599 for Vision Quest, and you just still pay me the 50% of the $399. And if you had 8 people doing that at $599 and you pay me the $199.50, so that's $23.96 that you're earning with 8 people doing Vision Quest, and you haven't had to create any videos. All the content is there for you. You just get to meet with them like on Zoom and coach them through the process. So these are 2 very accessible ways that you can, one, experience the joy of sharing this work with others, and earn the money energy to more than pay for the training quickly. In fact, you would have the option in the 10-month training to have it paid for way before the 10 months is even over, right? For me, this quote unquote business is my soul work. My kind of yantra, my guiding light, is something that came to me in a soul scribble in the clarity session, that to grow my business, to experience the financial freedom, this is how I support myself. I just have to keep my vibration high and share my joy with the world, and everything will take care of itself. I will say, and some of you are on this call live, you can type in the chat, but everyone who joins the coaching training, they feel it. It's either like a remembering, like, oh my gosh, everything Whitney's saying is stuff that I've been saying. And I used to think I was crazy, or people, you know, if I was afraid to share it or something, but oh, here's someone else who thinks the way I think. So it almost feels like we've already known each other, which maybe in other lifetimes, I believe we have. The hairs on your arm and the back of your neck stand up. You will get synchronicities over the next 24 hours that just confirm that this pathway through the canvas is a portal that you are meant to take on a soul level. I've had coaches tell me that their guides came to them and told them to join this coaching training. I had a woman who was in the shower and my name came to her. She never heard, you know, like I've heard the most amazing stories. So in other words, on the logical side, you can make the money back. There's a huge tribe. I've been teaching this since 2010. It's an incredible personal experience. And then on the right brain side, it is a call. It is, I believe, something that we're all circling around back again to remember this powerful process of taking back our creative freedom and sovereignty. So the next coaching training, if you're interested in working with me and turning around and being able to share this with the world and grow your business or begin a business, it starts on October 8th. Let me move my video over here. The first group call is on October 11th. And so there are 4 levels to the training. The first level is Vision Quest, and this is the earth energy level of our creative reboot, of taking back our true creative nature. We work through the 4 earth elements: air, fire, water, and earth. You will paint approximately 16 paintings. You will paint 12 paintings over and over on one canvas. It is incredible learning detachment in this way of tuning into the ways that you are being guided every day through sacred symbols, and learning the simple process that I teach over and over and over, the layering, the first layer of just creating onto that canvas more of what you want to experience, and then bathing in that energy. So that's level 1, October 8th to December 1st. And then level 2 is Super Soul Flow, the meditation course. And this is where painting and meditation come together. This is the charging. So we ground in our new creative story in Vision Quest, and then we charge in level 2 in Super Soul Flow. It's completely magical. The result of Super Soul Flow is learning how to live more and more as first an infinite being who is second having a human experience. And it's completely magical. I can't possibly communicate everything that you experience in that training, but it is unbelievable. And then level 3 is 1 month in February. This is when you will teach your Rise Above Painting meditation workshop. This is where we take a breath and we look back over your experience so far. We find the golden thread, the conversation you're meant to have with people, your North Star. My North Star is life is the canvas of your soul. And that illuminates everything that I do. And so level 1 to level 3 is like the pace is kind of a weekly pace. You want 3 to 4 hours a week to devote to this part of the training. Then level 4 is the 6-month business coaching. We create a 6-month business plan. Angela Murray is my master coach who assists me in the training. We create a 6-month plan for you with, like bullet points of what you can create tailored just to you. And then we move into more of a monthly pace. We have a monthly call, either a one-on-one or a group call. So you have 3 one-on-one calls, 2 with me, 1 with Angela, and 3 group calls. And so that way we are still helping you, holding you accountable. You still are in circle for that whole 6 months after the content of the training is done. Because I found otherwise it's too easy to slip back into limiting beliefs or to be in a state of unknowing and not reaching out. So this way, by the end of the 10 months, you are actively engaged in your new Painterly Rainbow coaching business. And if you sign up in the next 24 hours, so by midnight, we'll say midnight, October 5th, the bonus number 1 is already gone, the 2-hour private coaching. But when you sign up in the next 24 hours, even if you're watching the replay, midnight, October 5th, you also get the Art Gypsy watercolor course that is available. Magical. I went to Greece to film my first watercolor course ever. It's an amazing process that you will then also be able to turn around and teach to others. So that is when the coaching training starts. I will show you as well. Okay, here's the page where you go to register. I'll put this in the chat, and there's parts of this that you can preview. So you could preview the clarity session. So you can go here to learn more, to watch a video, and to enroll in the course. The total price of the course is $3,500. So that's how I showed you can make that money back in a couple months. Here's where you go to register. And what I just want to leave you with is, again, this point in space-time history right now, and I don't know if you read like astrological predictions or what books are on your bedside table, but what I want to reassure you with is that all of the energies, everything that makes this planet rotate and keeps this world and all these human beings alive on a day-to-day basis, wants you to expand into the knowing that you are an infinite creator, that you are meant to create your life in a way that brings you joy and fulfillment, that feels authentic and is a light for others. A book is coming to mind. Anita Moorjani wrote Dying to Be Me. She had a powerful near-death experience. She traveled around with Wayne Dyer for years. And what she said, the biggest takeaway she got coming back from that experience is that she is here to be fully herself. And that is why we, as creatively fit coaches, empower people to live as life artists, creating life not the way your parents thought you should, not the way the people around you think you should, the way you want to live life. That is the journey. And I invite you to join me in the next Creatively Fit Coaching certification. If you're watching the replay, thank you for being here. There are some comments. let's see, Lashish has been in the coaching training. Okay, and Catalina, this is incredible. It's exactly what I've been waiting for all my life. Catalina, that's exactly, right? That's the kind of response that's all you need to know. So I'm excited to welcome you into this family. Lashish, one of the greatest gifts I've received in Whitney's training is the knowing that I belong in this tribe. I finally found the people who speak my language. The connection is just incredible. There is a bond that manifested for me instantaneously. I feel safe and free to be me with all the courses finally. Yes, Lashish. Oh my God, I love you so much. Catalina, is this only for life coaches, professionals? No, thank you for asking that. Actually, my favorite, because it's my story, right? I opened an art center in 1996. I bought a crack house in Nashville, like literally, and renovated it, opened the doors, had never taken a formal art class. I was 26 years old. I hadn't taken an art class since my freshman year of high school. I was a total wannabe. I was overwhelmed. Like I was given this call to open like the YMCA for the right brain. And it felt like it was just like Liz Gilbert in her book, Big Magic, when she says ideas are alive and they find hosts. It's like this idea found me. And I was very clear that I could kind of hop on the train or let the train go by. So I opened an art center. I opened the doors. I still had never painted on a canvas. So there is no painting experience required. And I've been marketing to life coaches because, it's just kind of an obvious audience to market to. Catalina, the most important thing is to understand this feeling of like, yes, this resonates with me, and you're the type of person who wants to turn around and share it, right? Those are the creatively fit coaches. This is who I pour my time into because I cannot experience something in life that I love so much and not turn around and share that. This is the rainbow warrior. And it's like, instead of giving someone a fish, teach them how to fish. Like, this is what I love to do. So Catalina, this is for anyone who sees this information and feels that level of resonance and then wants to turn around and share it with others. So yes. So Catalina, yeah. Register as soon as possible. Email me, connect@whitneyfreya.com. What happens once you register is you will get an email from me. We have a private Facebook group just for the training group, and then we have a private Facebook group for the whole tribe of creatively fit coaches, which frankly is worth the price of admission, right? And then you also will get a sacred symbol. I have an intuitive process that I use to receive a sacred symbol that will be kind of your anchor or a centerpiece for you throughout the training, and a link to pick time for our first one-on-one call. And in that call, we discuss the sacred symbol that you receive. There's always lots of magic. And then also set your intention for the course. Yes, you can make payments. There, you can pay in 3, or you can pay in full, or you can email me if you need more than 3 months. So yes, there is a payment plan. Okay, and then you get invited into the different Facebook groups. You have instant access to the content in my online art studio, the Teachable platform. And then our first group call is on October 11th. So really, really exciting. It's a tremendous group. There are going to be approximately 20 to 25, so far, all women in this group. So there are enough people that it's super dynamic, lots of people on the group calls, but few enough that you get a lot of one-on-one attention. And some of you are on here who've done it. You can attest, right? You guys always tell me to share because I don't do other people's trainings and certifications. For whatever reason, this is all coming through. I am super accessible. I do not disappear. You don't just see me on recordings and videos. I am present, and I am very, very communicative, and so we really get to know each other pretty well. Lashish said truth. Yes. Catalina, I've been a teacher for over 20 years with left brain. Now I want to continue teaching with right brain. Yes, exactly. It's about Catalina, it's about teaching through experience. It's first and foremost about creating space and giving people a process, an action that they can experience. And then they really uncover their own wisdom from within. That is what is so magical about it. So you will love this process. Yay. Okay, if there are not any other questions, I will bid you all a fond farewell. Thank you for spending this time with me. Thank you for all that you do to create change in this world, first and foremost by honoring your own hearts. You know, it's a busy, scary world out there, and you are choosing to anchor in trust and faith and belief and magic and creativity that, yes, we can create the change we want to see in this world, that we can experience a world that is based and guided by love rather than fear. So thank you for everything that you do. I am, again, available. Connect at whitneyfreya.com if you have any further questions. If you're watching the replay, thank you. Sending you lots of blessings. And yes, Catalina, email me. Connect, I'll type it in the chat. Connect at whitneyfreya.com. Okay, awesome. Have a magical day, everyone. And remember that Radiance Sutra. If you want to email me, I will send you an image of that page. Okay,